Focus. Galaxy S20 Ultra, please focus on my eyes. Let me try to manually do it. There. There, I had to manually focus on my eyes. And it loses focus again. How hard is it for a front camera on a $1,400 phone to focus on my face? Very. Now let me just pull it away. I even cleaned the lenses, so it's not the lens. I just want to make sure it's not the lens causing it. Very time waste. Yes, you get to waste a lot of time. It will not focus. Look at this. Now it's focusing. Alright, maybe today a little bit better. Oh, today it focuses pretty good. Maybe it's just acting up, you know. Let's try this. Focus. Focus. 1. Did you see that? That's 2 seconds. 1. Okay, it's working good now. So I guess it does focus okay, but sometimes it just has a hard time. Maybe what we need is like the laser focus. You guys remember the LG V40? Was that V40? Was that LG G4 when they first had the laser autofocus? You know, that was like, I remember the LG phones used. I don't know why they got rid of it. Does Samsung have that anymore for front camera? Do you guys know? It's in auto, yeah. Hopefully they can fix it. I think this is a huge issue because I don't know. The other day I was doing live and I didn't think it. No, when I was doing the unboxing, it was annoying the crap out of me because I'm one of those front camera autofocus guys. Because I'm always using the front camera. So I told LG the same thing with the LG V60. Their front focus was like super slow also. So I don't know, maybe an issue with the Snapdragon 865. Or maybe just both buggy. But it's focusing fine now. Sorry guys, I'm just doing a test. Don't mind my smelly socks. Look at how it's not focusing. Now it's focusing on my feet. Oh, okay, now it's working. oh God. All right, let's focus on this huge brick. This should focus. Look at how long it takes. Okay, focus really well. Less than 1 second. 1, 2, 3. 3 seconds to focus on the brick. Focus about a second. Try like this. Focus. Focus. Oh. Focus on the brick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. It's just not focusing on the brick anymore. So I think there's a huge issue with the focus on the front camera. I don't think this is gonna affect. Oh no, when I was taking photos too. Today I took a photo, a bunch of stuff. And it would literally not focus at all. It was just complete blurred photo. I think that was actually with the back camera too. I think there's a autofocus issue with both front and back. So the point is, this is a really simple matter. Autofocus. This should not have to have updates to fix it. I'm actually returning this phone. I'm gonna get the S20 Ultra. So I looked into the specs today for the first time, And what's happening is Samsung put on this. Let's talk about the space zoom. The space zoom, apart from 100x zoom, also 10x zoom kind of sucks, especially in any kind of like low light or just even decent light, even during the day and cloudy day. I showed them on my videos. I think up to I think it's actually a four. The S20 Ultra is actually a 4x optical zoom. The 10x is a hybrid zoom, so it's like it's really digital. It's all marketing. So 4x is the most you can go without actually losing any quality. The rest of it, they're using the sensor to really zoom in, which in theory should still be okay. Um, but you're really getting, it's just terrible quality with the zoom feature on the Ultra. Now, here's the difference between the regular S20 and the S20 Ultra. S20 and S20 Plus, they have an f2.0 aperture. F2.0 aperture, 64 megapixel telephoto. I think, was it 64 mega? Anyway, the aperture is very important. Guess what the aperture is on the S20 Ultra? It's f3.5. That makes a huge difference in low light performance. So without even trying the S20 or the S20 Plus, which I ordered because I don't want this huge hump, ultra hump. I don't need this. It's heavy. It doesn't perform. So I returned it. I'm just returning right now. So I bet you when I get the S20 Plus, I'll do a comparison before I return it because I still got 30 days. I bet you the S20 Plus will actually outperform the Ultra because of the aperture. This is not rocket science, guys. If you know anything about cameras, aperture, ISO, this is everything. Camera sensor size. Of course, the camera sensor size is much bigger on the S20 Plus, but you know what? If the aperture's f3.5 instead of f2.0, that's a huge difference. It's like I have really nice cameras. Let's say I have let's say I take my A7R2, and then let's say I don't know another camera with smaller sensor. But if I use my f1.4 lens on the crappy sensor, it can still outperform an f3.5 lens on a larger sensor camera. So that combination has to work out perfect to give you optimize the best photos. But what Samsung did this year is they launched the Ultra with 100x space zoom, and you look, I was laughing my ass off when they showed the 100x zoom because it was all pixelated. Oh, you guys see that moment? What was his name? I forgot their names. Hey, Fred, I'm gonna go zoom in to Alcatraz. You guys fucking remember that? All right, that's a 100x zoom. Wow, look at that! It's on the tripod and it's still pixelated and it's blurry. What kind of president? Like Samsung is literally trying to sell you a brick. You guys really bought that? I actually bought it. I thought, okay, no, here's what I was thinking. I was like, okay, 100x zoom, Alcatraz, did not look good on the presentation. But it's supposed to have 10x optical. So I was like, okay, get it. Maybe the 10x optical is really good. So I got it, I tried it. Oh, it was terrible also. It was terrible. So I would advise, I'm not saying to not get the S20. I'm just saying the S20 or the S20 Plus is way much better value with probably way better performance. All right. Look, we lost focus there. I'll do a comparison with the LG V60. LG is gonna probably send me a review in it. And we'll do it. And I got these people on my channel, like, telling me like, I'm doing this because I can't afford the phone or something. But I just bought the phone. I paid on $1,400. So how's that even an argument anymore? And you know what? At the end of the day, I'm gonna give you guys the truth, nothing but the truth. But the truth is, there are problems with the Ultra. It's the problem is it's Samsung's first more than 2x zoom, um, and it's basically their prototype. And their prototype, they weren't finished with it, or when they designed it with f3.5, all they could do was get that Alcatraz really blurry, really pixelated, and that they ran out of time or something, and they decided to just go with it. And you know, I didn't buy it, but I didn't buy that concept. But I thought at least, okay, maybe 10x zoom is okay, but it turned out to be very, very terrible. And why am I paying $400 more for something that's not working, something that's not even decent, you know? And I compare the 2x from the S20 Ultra to my Note 10 Plus, and for photos, the results are identical, right? Because the Ultra uses digital zoom using a larger sensor. That, you know, theoretically you'll get pretty much the same results as optical. But when I did the videos, it looked way worse. So I think for videos it gets even worse with the f3.5. It could be a software issue, I don't know, but it's definitely an issue. Definitely, I've never listened to this. I've never returned a Samsung phone in my whole life. I've never returned a Samsung phone. This is the first time in my 10 years using Samsung phones that I was really disappointed. Especially because, you know, I don't, you know, a lot of times Samsung will launch their S series. Let's say they launch S7 and then they'll launch the Note 5, Note 7, blah blah blah. So when they launch Galaxy series, they come with the camera upgrade. And then the Galaxy Note comes out, and it's got the same camera. Every year it's pretty much the exact identical camera. So I can't really complain about that because, you know, they only upgrade the camera once a year. But this year they upgraded from S10 to S20, and it hasn't gotten better. It's exactly the same. Or for videos, it's even worse for 2x zoom. Like, I would rather have a really high quality 2x zoom on my videos rather than having 100x abilities, but I lose quality. That's exactly what happened. The Note 10 Plus is, I would just keep on to the only thing that the Ultra has, the S20 series has, is faster processor. I don't think more memory, right? Did they change the internal storage? Is it faster RAM? I forget. But for daily things, I don't think. See, we're losing focus. Even the smoke confuses. Look, we're losing focus. Don't get the Ultra. Get the Plus. Get the Plus. You'll have way better telephoto abilities. It's, remember, guys, it's not about the number of megapixels. It's not even about the camera sensor. Well, it's everything together. It's the camera sensor, the megapixels, and also the optical, the lenses, how it's set up. So the problem is the S20 was set up with a smaller camera sensor, but at smaller megapixels, with f2.0 telephoto, while the Ultra was set up with much larger sensor, much more megapixels, but with f3.5 aperture. The lens setup was completely flawed. It's like they should have done the opposite. So I think somebody, if somebody has both the S20 and the S20 Ultra, you should do a telephoto side-by-side test. And I bet you the S20 will outperform in low light. This is not rocket science. It's rocket science, actually. It's science. There is absolutely no way. Plus, yeah, the S20 Ultra is, I don't know, I guess it's I like big phones, but The hump makes it even like huge, you know. The hump makes it completely huge. And the Note 10 Plus is so slim. Look at this. Look at the camera on hump on this. Even though it's a big phone, it doesn't feel big. But imagine a big thong sticking out, big ultra hump sticking out, and that adds so much weight. So yeah, I'll just get the. So I try to return Samsung. So another thing happened. So I tried to return my Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra today. Guess how much they're gonna charge me? So I got the Galaxy Buds because you had $150 and $200 in credits. So I took the $150 credit for the Galaxy Buds, and I didn't do anything with the $50. So when I returned it today, they took out $299 for Galaxy Buds. Wait a minute, I paid $150 for it, but yet they're gonna charge me $299. I'm gonna make a video tomorrow about it. I'm kind of pissed. I mean, I don't care about the money, but the shady tactics Samsung is using to get consumers. And I was like, what the hell? Like, is Galaxy Buds even worth $300? Why did they took the $300 out of whatever my refund was? So I'm gonna try to actually get the Galaxy Buds refunded also if I can. Well, I don't want to do that because I want to actually try it out. But if I don't really like it, then I'll definitely return that too. No, I just want to make more videos about phones. That's robbery, right? How does that even make sense? Is that even illegal? SEC should go after them. Seriously. Of all the companies, Samsung should be the last company that should be, charging me, refunding me, no, taking my money out. The Galaxy Buds are $150 retail, right? Let me look it up real quick. This is terrible. Like, I don't know. I hope it's a system error. I bet you it's a system error. Let me see. Galaxy Buds. So if I buy Galaxy Buds Plus, is that even for Galaxy Buds Plus? Let me see. Wait, was that $150 for Galaxy Buds Plus or right? Yes, it's only $150. So why do they charge me $300? I don't get this. Let me see. Samsung. So I did order. What I should have done is just return everything, and then just buy. When I bought the S20 Plus today, and they give you $150 credit for S20 Plus, then I could have got the buds for free, not have to worry about all this. Now I'm just stuck in this headache. Like, I don't even care about the money, but what the hell, Now I gotta like actually find out, if Samsung's screwing other people or not. I'm trying to find my order, my invoice here. Well, there's my order. There's my order that I ordered. $13.99, $1,400 I paid for, and there's your Galaxy Buds $0 I paid for, and total I paid $15.97 for a freaking phone. So guys, the Galaxy Ultra S20 Ultra does not cost $1,400. If you're in the US, you have to add taxes, $129. Shipping's free. Total comes out to $1,529. That's exact amount. It's a $15.29.49 phone. Because, in the US, we don't go by just the retail price. You have to really add the taxes and figure out that's a lot of that's a lot of money, man, for a phone. That's why as a consumer, if you're paying $1,000, that's $50 less, Why am I not getting a review on it? Samsung hates me. I don't want free stuff from them anyways, so I can be completely honest with my thoughts and my reviews. I don't like it when companies send me too much free stuff. I think it affects your mind, and you end up saying, you end up not saying the stuff you should say. It's better to just buy your own stuff, you know. Let's go. Let's not smoke. Let's go inside. Oh, you guys don't want to smoke. But Samsung scammed you guys with Exynos. No, they didn't scam you. Actually, the Exynos, I would say it's a better version, longer battery life. It's more efficient. The Exynos version, I prefer. All right, here we go. I'm cooking batteries over here. I'm literally cooking batteries. You guys want to see battery I'm cooking? Cooking batteries. This is the exact same setup as what goes on a boosted Mini S or their standard battery. It's a 26650 battery. It's got large capacity. It's a lithium iron phosphate. So what's really good is when you puncture it, it won't start fire like lithium ion. Actually, Tesla should start using those batteries. It's way safer than regular lithium ion. So, and then I'm taking apart a bunch of batteries. I'm literally cooking batteries. And then I got the battery I made the other day here. Look at that. I cook batteries. Talking about batteries, you know the reason why Samsung the Note 7 fiasco? Because they're using lithium polymer. Lithium polymer is actually one of the most dangerous ways to make a battery. That's why Samsung had an issue with that exploding. Because I've been studying batteries. Now, lithium polymer is much cheaper. Well, not much cheaper. It is a little bit cheaper, and also it outputs a lot of power, so your battery lasts longer. Or it doesn't really last longer, but you know, with batteries, when your battery reaches like lithium ion, when it reaches like near 20%, 10%, the battery loses voltage. It's called voltage sag in electro. So what happens with lithium polymer? The good thing is that you can actually drain it down to like 5%, and you will still get the full voltage. So lithium ion, on the other hand, it has much bigger voltage sag. So the whole point is that most of these batteries actually can last a lot longer, but because of the voltage sag, by the time it reaches 20%, 10%, for example, let's say Samsung uses lithium ion on their phones, then their battery capacity will get shortened, because it's not all about the battery actual capacity of the battery, but what material the battery is made from. So if you use lithium ion, even though you can get down to 0% if you wanted to, you would never want to. Actually, all the batteries, you can actually drain it down to 0%, but most batteries actually don't even drain down below probably like 30%. So when it hits that point, your phone just tells you it's 0%, but it can actually go another 30%. But the problem is the voltage could drop, and your phone could just stop working anyway. So yeah, the whole issue with lithium ion, Samsung's using lithium polymer lipos. That's because so they can basically use more of the battery, you know, because it's a small device. But that's why it makes it much more dangerous. You know, lithium polymer is actually one of the worst to use for batteries, and I don't know why they're still using lithium polymer. Sorry, we got off track there. But yeah, batteries, graphene. So there's always new materials that they're using. So right now, the best material is actually the one used on boosted board batteries. This is lithium iron phosphate. So this, if you poke it, it's got like 10 times less chance of blowing up than lithium polymer or lithium ion. You see that we lost focus? You see that we lost focus? How long will it take the S20 Plus to take the focus back? It's been like 20 seconds. I haven't really researched into graphene batteries. Is there real graphene batteries yet?
There. It almost looks like I'm building bombs. I think this is the airport. People will be like, it's a terrorist! Look at my... But I'm not done with this battery. I gotta actually... I almost burned my house down. This is about 48 volts. But amps, it's like 50 amps. You can kill yourself with this battery. Just stick your tongue there. It will instantly kill you. But you know, all the lithium ion batteries, all the battery technology, it's what's really driving our technology. You know, it's amazing. I started learning about. There's only one graphene, graphene battery out there. Now, most batteries, they will have to come in a standard form. You know, Tesla uses 18650 batteries. Sorry, we got into battery tech here. Tesla uses 18650 batteries. This is a Samsung 30Q battery, one of their better batteries. This is a lithium ion. All right, so Tesla uses maybe a couple thousand of these per their battery pack. So what they do is, here's the battery pack. They basically put it all together in series, in parallel, and make a battery. So each of these is 3.7 volts nominal voltage. It's actually 4.2 volts fully charged up. Now imagine if you put 10 of these, you get 42 volts. If you put 20 of these, you get 84 volts. You get enough of these, you can literally have a pack that has 110 volts, just like, and then just you can literally plug in your AC appliances. Wait, I'm not. This is actually DC, so I'm not sure if it'll work straight, but yeah, you can make 100. You know, you can make 200 volts. I think Tesla's like around 200 volts or something, right? Or is it more? Anyway, Tesla's going with a bigger battery. So this is a 18650. So if you guys don't know what that number means, so this is slightly bigger than AA battery. So 18 means 18 millimeters in diameter. 65 is 65 millimeter long. So that's why this is called a 18650. Now the newer one that Tesla is using is called the 21700. So this has 21 millimeter diameter and 70 millimeter length. So all the numbers, that's all it means. Once you understand it, it's so easy to understand. So Tesla is building their new batteries with the bigger one. Now the thing with this one that's good is just as good as the old one, but this one can pull out maximum 15 amps. All right, just by one battery. This one battery can power a lot of things actually. This right here, this is a Samsung 40T. This can pull up to 45 amps. That's 3 times more than this battery. Yet, it's not that much bigger, you can see. That's why this battery technology is everything to our key of for cars, electric cars, all the scooters. Everything uses these small batteries. And they just make battery packs. You know, all of those scooter batteries and everything. Inside is one of these. Inside your USB power banks are a bunch of these. They literally make everything we have in our technology. It's amazing. Yeah. You can make power tools. Inside this lithium ion 18 volts is a bunch of these batteries. Literally. And then the newer, I think the newer, was it Sanyo power tools? I forgot. They use the new bigger batteries. So everything uses these batteries. It's amazing, yeah. Your electric bicycle, your laptop uses these batteries. This is actually a laptop battery too. And the greatest thing about these batteries, why they don't make a huge block of custom battery, it costs more. With these, people just glue it on. You know, I'll show you how I made my other battery here. So I literally just hot glue it all in here. So I hot glued it, and then I have a spot welder. It's spot welds. I'll have a video on that. Yeah, on the vapes, use on there, and then spot welds the nickels, and then it keeps them together, and then just wrap it, and then you shrink wrap it with some plastic, or you can put it in a box like this too. This is a little too much, and then it goes into your electric bicycle, your laptop, and you see this enclosure, and you think this is a whole battery, they custom make it. No, inside are these little batteries. That's it. Yeah, DeWalt battery packs, they're all made from these batteries. That's why I got into this battery tech really, because I'm building skateboards, because I'm trying to design the lightest weight but the most dense that can power, because I want to make it super light. So now I have a design. Basically, I'm gonna make I'm gonna put 10 of these, and make a battery, my own battery pack. And you have to put the thing with these batteries, these like your AA batteries. They actually, I don't know, I'm not sure on the AA, but these batteries are pure batteries. There's no regulation. You can't just use it as it is. Like when you put in your vape, there's a computer chip in it that will regulate when you charge it, make sure it doesn't go above 4.2 volts. Or when you use it, it's not going to go below 3.4 volts. If the battery goes below a certain voltage, it's not going to last long. It degrades the battery. So yeah, BMS, that's where battery management system comes in. So anything that uses these batteries actually has a BMS. Whether you have a vape, you have a battery pack, this is a BMS here. For bigger electric skateboards, there's a huge, this is a BMS. So how BMS works is basically all the leads. There's, for example, this is a 10S2P battery. So there's 10 wires going to all the plus. BMS stands for battery management system. So it can charge each battery. It can check the voltage of each battery. And what it does is when you charge it, instead of charging the whole thing at once, it will charge individually and check, oh, this one only 3.4 volts. Okay, give more charge. And it will keep doing that with these 10 batteries until they're even, balance. Because with lithium ion, if you don't balance them out, they will start taking, energy from each other, and they could potentially blow up also. Right? That's why you need a BMS to keep it safer. So a lot of the gimbals, they have 18650 batteries. RC helicopters, everything uses this battery technology, except for smartphones. So the reason why Samsung went with lithium polymer, because lithium polymer, you can make it super thin also. I'll show you a lithium polymer. So we got off topic here, but I love batteries. Battery man. So here's a lithium polymer battery. This is a pretty powerful. That's something you put on a racing car or like a drone or something. This is a 100C 5000 milliamp hour. And the thing with lithium polymer, it's obvious it's made out of these, it's not these cells, but they're made out of these thinner, like, almost like it's made out of a bunch of thinner batteries. It's almost like little pancakes. Pancakes that's just been stacked pancakes. Yeah, this different type of battery technology. So what's next for battery tech? So the problem with batteries right now is that they tend to blow up. They go into thermal meltdown. You've seen Tesla cars that once it starts fire, that thing's not going out for a long time. That's a huge problem. Now, one of the materials that solved it, like I said, is the boosted battery. If they can use this material to make 18650, that would be good. But I think the cost for lithium, making this lithium iron phosphate is a lot higher. So I think that's why most people are not using that.
Only niche companies like Boosted Boards are using it. But the real next step is using those much safer materials. We already have the technology, but these things are scarce, so it costs more. So it doesn't financially it doesn't make sense for companies like Tesla to use it. That's why even though they can make batteries 10 times safer, they won't make money. They might even lose money. They'll lose their competitive advantage. And that's why they're not using it yet. But the lithium ion technology is also getting better in terms of how dense it is. But I mean, it's always going to be more dangerous than lithium PO4. Refuse a package. I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna work. I don't know if that's gonna work. But yeah, battery technology is amazing. Go take a look at all your battery packs. This is some kind of Panasonic. This is a 38 watt hour lithium. This is lithium ion. Now they probably don't use. They probably use smaller lithium. This is probably a custom made one. But when you want to make it thin like this, then you'll need to make a custom lithium-ion battery. But most consumer products are using those batteries. Yeah, the batteries are awesome. Like I have this battery pack I bought, but it broke upon. Let's open it together. Hold on. So I got this really cheap Type C PD 45 watts. I bought this on eBay, 20,000 milliamp hour, 45 watts PD. I bought like each of these for like $9. They're so cheap. So I bought like 5 of these, but one of them worked for like a day, and then it stopped working. So I'm sitting here, but you could just literally fix it. Maybe one of the cells went dead. It was dead on arrival. So just try to open it. Oh, fuck. Yeah, here we go. See how it just opens? Let me grab a screwdriver. Something thin. So I think I might even have some videos in the future where I'm going to be making my own USB power banks. For Bitcoin, I'm holding a lot of XTZ at the moment, Tezos, but it's been going down today, so sort of not really, just waiting for it to go back up. So look at that. Pop this off. Oh, I just poked it. Oh! So this one actually doesn't use 18650. It uses these packs. I'm actually not sure if this is even lithium ion. What does it say? Oh, the other part came off. But something broke here, and it's not working. But I just poked it. It's 3.8 volts. There we go. So there's two packs, each rated for 10,000 milliamp hour. So a 10,000 milliamp hour battery is basically the size of this. Let me just pull it out for you guys so you can see. So you can actually grab this and make a battery pack. Just pull apart, but it will probably cost you more. It's probably cheaper. So all these guys are doing is basically buying a box, buying this battery separately, put a little BMS. That's it. It's actually really simple how USB power banks are made. That's why I never pay too much. Just look at the actual battery cost and you'll see. Maybe I'll do a video in the future. Are we actually getting a deal on these power banks? Like Anker, Aki, all these power bank companies, all they do is slap on some batteries, put a little chip, and they sell it to you for double the price of the batteries. She's not really doing the aloe treatment, but she's doing the dog dewormer treatment. Hey, we don't need jerry rig everything. We got Max Lee. You don't have to be careful. Just pull it apart. Look how simple it was. So yeah, these are very thin lithium ion. And inside, let's open it up real quick. Oh, it smells weird. I'm sorry, I got into suddenly this channel turned into a disassembly of batteries. What actually makes a lithium ion battery on the inside? So it's actually a bunch of film in there. You see that? The hell? Oh, it's like ink or something. Oh, I don't know if I should keep opening it. I don't know if it's. Can you guys look up if it's dangerous for you to touch lithium ion? So it's like a look at that. That's what it looks like inside. Is it toxic? Oh, thanks for telling me. Great. You guys are scaring me. Lithium ion, is it toxic? Let me look. I just opened. It smells kind of funky. It smells actually good. It's like, you know, brand new plastic or something. Lithium ion, toxic. Toxic fumes. Is that fumes coming from it? No. If they explode, then the fumes are toxic. Is it okay to touch? Lithium ion is benign. The battery contains little toxic material. When handling a spilled battery, do not touch your mouth, nose, or eyes. Toxic fluoride gas emissions. So, it smells funky. It smells really funky. All right, anyway, back to, so lithium ion, all it is lithium ion batteries. You got a heat sink. All the battery management system, they all got a heat sink. You got a little capacitor, and you got a little input output. That's pretty much it. And with circuits for support, all fast charging. You guys won't know what fast charging is. Fast charging is not any type of new technology or anything like that. Fast charging basically means higher volts, lower amps, or 5 volts and higher amps. 5 volts, 9 amps, or what is it, 2 amp? Was that, how many amps was it? I forgot. No, they said 9 amps, yeah. So all it is voltages. It has absolutely nothing. It's not a new technology. It's just fast charging just means it's sending out more power. Like, like most smartphones when they first started, like the first Android phones or the first iPhones, thanks Digital Death, they use 5 volts, 2 amps, 2.2 amps, 2.5 amps. So what you do is, to get the power, you multiply volts by the amps. 5 volts times 2. So 10 watts. So at the time, we had 10 watts. And let's say Samsung came out with fast charging. All they did was use batteries that were able to handle more power. And they had 5 volts and 9 amps. Oh, wait, no, that's too fast. I think 5 volts... Oh, no, it's higher volt... Is it higher voltage? Well, you could do different voltages. I think it was 9 volts and 2 amps or something. Yeah, so 18 watts. So the fast charging is 18 watts. And then now we have USB PD charging, which is basically USB Type C, but now we're able to send out more amps. So you'll see, like this one for charging my laptop is this is much thicker, so this can do up to 100 watts. So even at 5, I'll have to look it up. I keep getting confused, sorry. I'm supposed to be an expert. No. Anyway, the whole point is, you know, the future of charging is really USB Type C PD, because with quick charge you could only do up to maybe like what, 20 watts, 18 watts, but with USB Type C PD we can do up to 100 watts. You know, all the new laptops are charged 100 watts. We have that technology to put it on cell phones also. But I don't think right now we have the technology where the small batteries in the smartphone can actually accept that much charge. So the Galaxy S20 now can support 45 watts. And you can literally figure out how long it takes to charge. Find out your capacity, 5 amps. And, well, we'll have to do some math. We'll do that next time. We'll have another dedicated video. But you get what I'm saying. But you can literally calculate how long it takes. It's all you know, circuits and volts and electronics. Electronics 101. You know, but that's how we figure things out in the electronics world. But I do want to definitely build my own USB power bank. Maybe I'll start making some really cool USB power banks. You know, you always buy these things, but what if you could make your own, you know? Maybe like a see-through power bank. Or you want a giant, you know, if you wanna build a solar system now, you can build your big, huge battery bank. That's what I'll do. I have actually a lead-acid battery that I've been using. That actually powers my whole hut here. My whole hut here, it's completely powered. I power all my USB power banks, solar powered, in my hut. Hi guys. See you. Exynos is $990. Samsung's always made some good, you know, good chips. And they make Snapdragon also. I wouldn't say either is better or not. But yeah, definitely the battery seems to last longer. It's an octa-core. This Snapdragon 8. I haven't really gone into chips lately. I've just gone into batteries lately. But in college, we learned how to make computer chips, which is kind of fun. It's a computer architecture class. That was really fun. But nowadays, it's so confusing. Like, I don't want to get into it. You know, it's just I want to stick with simple technology. That's more fun. Once you get into, you know, ARM chips that they're making now, it's so complicated, man. Yeah, I went to college. I learned a little bit, but yeah. I like learning in the real world. It's more fun. Oh yeah, I got a degree in computer engineering. You know, I think I was last in class, but I didn't really like studying that much. Um, Stock market probably gonna rebound after this coronavirus is done, but obviously right now the whole world economy is tanking. Obviously because Corona, you know, like I ordered some stuff on AliExpress or on eBay. They're like, sorry, our shipping center is in Wuhan and no one's working there, so we're gonna give you a refund. I was like, that's fine. I don't want anything from Wuhan. Thanks. So, you know, whatever happening to China, it's affecting everybody, literally everybody, because everything's made in China. Well, not everything, but it's time to actually diversify. And you know, I think this the last few years is where a lot of production is moving to Southeast Asia. Like Indonesia is probably going to be one of the bigger, probably the biggest production center, because it's much cheaper than China now. It's hot over there, but Indonesia is one of the biggest continents, or biggest countries out there. Even though it's a bunch of islands, there's so much land over there. Uh, Protect myself from coronavirus. I don't really have to here. We don't really have a problem with coronavirus. Um, yeah, we don't really have it. Like I have hella stuff shipped from Hong Kong and China every day for my skateboard parts. But you know that virus cannot survive in those shipping conditions. If they do, then I'll probably get it, but I don't think so. Yeah. I'm not too worried in here in the U.S. We're not. We have nobody. We have a few, like maybe like a 50 miles from here, but the U.S. is pretty well contained, I think, right now. But the scare is that there could be people with it, but I don't think so. The good thing with California in general, we don't have big like dense cities. We don't have big dense cities like New York. We have San Francisco, but it's not very dense. It's a very small part of downtown San Francisco that's very dense. But the rest of San Francisco, where I live, Daly City, we're like suburban. Like we don't even take. Most people drive here. So there's no chance for people to get on public transit. There's no chance for me to actually meet, you know, per day if I go to the groceries here, if I go to 7-Eleven, I might see maybe a handful, maybe a dozen people. But if I was in Korea, a daily life routine, I might see a couple of hundred people, maybe a couple thousand people, you know, because you're taking public transportation, if you're taking public transportation. So I think the first thing is don't take public transportation. Don't go to places where there's a lot of people. Because if you get unlucky, then you might, you know, touch something that has that virus. So wireless charging is sort of overrated. I don't use it anymore. There's a lot of electromagnetic, um, what is it? Electromagnetic waves that come out, and we still don't know what the effects of wireless charging are, especially if you put it right by your head. Waves. You know, we don't know how that affects our human brain or anything. We don't even know if the smartphone is even good for us. I'm 100% sure Wi-Fi signals are not good for us. So when I go to sleep, I put my phones away from my head. You know, just don't have technology next to you when you know, because this is all new technology. It might take it might take maybe 50 years. We'll see people getting brain cancer from smartphones. We don't know, you know. So that's why, if you're not using it, don't put it on, especially your head, because I think the why because your brain works with waves too. And 5G is a whole another issue. That's why I'm not completely sold on 5G. Like I'm not excited to have more chance of getting cancer. I don't think T-Mobile has 5G yet. No, I haven't got 5G for T-Mobile ever. But I'm gonna go ahead and try my Verizon maybe tomorrow and check out Verizon 5G. I don't watch anime, but my daughter does. Yeah. Well, smokes are okay. My grandfather, my grandfather smoked all his life. He didn't die from lung cancer. He died from drinking too much. It's a liver cancer. Yeah, so drinking is actually more of a issue for based on my family history. I'm not too worried about smoking. It really depends on your family history. If your family has a history of getting cancer, stomach cancer, you're gonna have more chances of getting that. That's why I'm not too worried about smoking. I don't advise anybody smoking, but at the same time, I'm not gonna worry about myself. I live day by day. I don't know. I'm just not too worried. When it's your time to go, you're gonna die anyway. You could be not smoking. A lot of people die when they're 30, 40. Maybe you get in a car accident. You get in a freak accident. You get hit by a thunder. You know. So I'm not worried about that kind of stuff. It's when it's my time to go, I'll go. But why worry about it so much? Y'all too worried, and then you die the next day in a car accident, or you don't smoke, but you drive a little, one of the smart cars. How stupid is that to drive a fucking smart car? The smart car is the dumbest car in the world. I would never ever drive that. You know why? That shit's so small. That shit's so small. The moment you get hit, your body absorbs everything. It doesn't matter how strong the smart car is. Your body absorbs everything. That's why you will die. The car doesn't have to brake. Your body will absorb it. That's why you need to drive at least a medium-sized car. Don't ever drive like a Honda Civic. Don't drive a smart car unless you live like in an inner city and you never go faster than 30 miles per hour. But if you're driving highways like here in California, then you're just asking for it. Then what's the point of not smoking and stuff? And then you get in an accident and you die. It's guaranteed death, really. This is guaranteed death. If you drive a smart car, you get in a mild 30 miles per hour accident, you're dead. It's guaranteed. This is rocket science, guys. That's why you have to know the physics, law of physics. Power. You won't even die from an explosion. You'll just die on impact. Because smart cars, there's no crush zone. Your body absorbs everything. It's like being in a golf cart. It's like being in a slightly stronger golf cart. Muscle cars are durable. They're made of metal. But another thing with muscle cars, you will also die in a muscle car if you get in a big accident because you have no crush zone. So your body absorbs the impact. That's why the newer cars, they're not made out of hard metal. So the car can absorb, the metal can absorb and crush. That's why it's crush zone. No car is safe, but driving obviously in the smallest car in the world is asking, to die first. I'm not saying you should drive a big car, but I have a SUV. But drive a car that's big enough, that weighs enough. When it comes to cars, it's your weight, how fat your car is. That's how safe your car is. It doesn't matter you drive a Lexus, Mercedes, Hyundai. It really doesn't matter the brand, but the weight. Imagine a big weight versus small weight, boom. The big weight will crush the small weight, you know? Yeah, the electric Hummers I'm really interested in. Another reason I'm not buying a Tesla is because once all the other old auto companies catch up to Tesla, we're gonna have a price war, and all the batteries, all the stuff are gonna go down in price. In 5 years, 10 years, we're gonna have cars that are way faster with 500 to 1,000 mile range that we're gonna be able to buy for like $20,000. What the price is? That's why I would not buy a Tesla right now, because you're way overpaying. You know, wait like 5 years, and then you can buy current cars for like nothing. By then, it's gonna be, you can buy it right now, but I think the charging technology is not there. Like I said, Tesla is still using 18650 batteries, and each battery has charging current, the maximum charging current. So maximum charging current of a 18650 is physically limited. Now the newer batteries, I showed you the 2170s that Tesla is using to make newer batteries, they'll be able to charge twice, 3 times, 4 times faster because the charging current is much, much higher. All right. Actually, we have technology to have charged Teslas like 10 times faster. We already have the technology, but the batteries are expensive. That's why you have to wait 5 years, and then the price of the these current batteries are going to drop for many folds. So lithium. Yeah, so lithium deposits. Lithium is very important. So lithium ion, other materials, cobalt. So we're constantly trying to find new materials. Graphene. I heard graphene's very expensive though, no? So I think even though we could use it, but if that material is scarce and hard to produce or hard to mine, it's just not gonna work. Anyway, we got off topic here. Anyway, we call it a day, but nice talking with you guys. Don't buy the Galaxy S20 Ultra. Buy the S20 or the S20 Plus. Yeah. And don't drive a Mazda 3. I think they kind of buy a bigger car. Or you know what you can do, just put a trailer on the back of your car, or put hella weights in your car so it weighs more. Huh? Buy a cheaper car, put hella weights in there, yo. Just put like extra 1,000 pounds of weights like in the front. Maybe build a little I mean, like, put a bunch of bricks in front of your car and the back of your car. Because when people hit you, they're gonna be hitting that brick. I don't do that, yeah. Cybertruck, mini Cybertruck. No, I saw that the truck that YouTuber built. It looks so ugly. Don't do that to a brand new car. This is so ugly, man. Anyway, see you guys. Have a great day. Bye.